Coraline, a story about a little girl who finds a mysterious and vibrant world in her new home. This world was created by a replica button-eyed doppelganger of her mother, also known as the other mother. But when the other mother tries to convince Coraline to let her sew buttons in her eyes so she can stay there forever, Coraline realizes that this world is nothing more than a trap. At its core, Coraline is a story about manipulation, courage, and has the overall message of be careful what you wish for because the grass is always greener on the other side. Coraline is given access to a perfect world that's been curated especially for her. The other mother does everything her real mother doesn't and has created this utopian home for the purpose of convincing Coraline to stay there forever. Coraline is almost swayed by the other mother's manipulation, but eventually sees past the other mother's tricks. The constant neglect Coraline faces causes her to feel unwanted. The trauma that carries over from this situation makes her desperate to find affection somewhere else. So when she does find this affection with the other mother, she jumps at the chance to feel wanted over and over again. In her mind, she's chasing love and adoration. She has no idea what's actually happening, but how could she? She is a child whose innocence is being manipulated. Coraline doesn't realize that everything is unfolding a bit too perfectly. In her mind, the constant love bombing and overabundance of presents, food, and gifts are just a display of love. Kids are often taught that gift giving is an important act of showing love. So when Coraline is getting everything she wants and desires, she's convinced that the other mother loves her, even though that's not the case. Coraline doesn't think that some gifts come with a catch. We see this through the doll she gets from YB. This doll was used to spy on her every move and show the other mother exactly what she needed to do to manipulate Coraline. The amazing meals she ate in the other world weren't for nourishment, but to fatten her up for the other mother's consumption. All the gifts, acts of praise, and fun outings she attended were to keep her coming back so that eventually the opportunity would come for the other mother to trap her in this world forever.
Why Coraline is the creepiest kids movie. Near the end of the film, Coraline manages to defeat the beldam by trapping it inside its dimension. Or so she thinks. In reality, Coraline never actually leaves the beldam's dimension and thus is still under her manipulation. In the film, we learn that the only way to enter the beldam's dimension is through the tunnel connected to a small trapdoor. The same is true for leaving the dimension. However, after the first time Coraline visits the beldam, she doesn't leave through the tunnel. Instead, she lies in her bed and magically transports back into her world. This means that for the rest of the film, Coraline never returned home, but is now living in an illusion created by the beldam. This would explain how the beldam supposedly kidnapped Coraline's parents. In actuality, all of it was fake. A way for the beldam to toy with Coraline and make her think she had control over the situation. This would make it all the more sweeter when she killed her and took her eyes. Coraline seemingly assumed